Hi everyone, I'm Ashley Owens. I'm a graduate from the class of 2011. I was in your shoes a few years ago, and I want to share with you some experiences that may help you when you are getting ready to embark on this new journey in your career. I hold an EIPA certification. I currently work full-time in education as well as part-time in community colleges. I do city council meetings, a variety of programs and after-school activities from sports practices to formal ceremonies that you would think would be affiliated with school. I have taken a Virginia Quality Assurance Test. I live in Maryland, so I've taken Virginia's test, and I will take the next soon. So for those of you who are getting ready to graduate, it's a great idea to take as many written tests now as you can because you know all the information. I waited and had to restudy information that you have just finished learning. In order to help prepare for the EIPA, I use the classroominterpreters.org website. The website is where all the test questions come from. If you need to supplement that with more text and more of a deeper level, Educational Practices will be a great book to use. That just takes that information from the website and deeper explains that information. The test is about 173 questions. It's pretty long, but make sure that when you are answering those questions, you are going with the book answer, the website answer, not how your gut feeling, not how you would handle it in real life, because you're looking for black and white, right and wrong. They want you to go with what the text says. Your performance test, you will have prep time. You have about 50 minutes. You have a chance to choose between PSC, ASL, and I think another category. You have post-secondary and secondary and post-secondary. And you also have a chance to pick your subjects. So they're in groups. So you may have English and math and science and social studies. Once you choose which section you're going to do, you'll be able to see a short video of the two students that you'll be voicing for and the two classroom settings that you'll be interpreting for. I use the DVDs that they have on the website because it helps give you a better understanding and an idea of what the test will actually be like. So those are great resources. They are a little expensive, but I think they were worth it. Remember to use your finger spelling techniques for the EIPA performance. Everything that Kathy taught us with emphasizing finger spelling from chunking to the sign finger spell sign, no, the finger spell sign finger spell to looking at the hand, all of those techniques are what they're looking for. So even from your expansion to your example to your contrast, all of those techniques, incorporate them into your interpreting because that's what they're looking for when they're grading your work. Finding jobs, I went through the education field, as you know, and I just contacted different counties in my area. Their special ed department, the deaf or hard of hearing department, or their interpreting coordinator, they have to have at least one of those. And I contacted them to see if they were hiring for the fall. You know, I'm a recent graduate, or I will be graduating in May. I would love to sit down and talk with you about furthering my career opportunities with your school district or something like that. And then I'll send my resume after they contact me. I didn't want to send it out the first time because you may get the runaround, and I kind of didn't want my information just kind of floating in the air. So, and those who want to go through agencies, Google agencies in your area if you're moving back home and maybe you're not from the Ohio area. Google agencies in your home and see how in your hometown, and then contact them, give them a phone call. So I'm recently graduating. I would love to work with your agency. I love to come in for a screening because almost all agencies will screen, and then based on your screening is where they're going to put you, whether they accept you or not, and what jobs they'll give you. Some agencies also have a mentoring program, so maybe you're close, but you're not really ready to do the jobs of their caliber. They may be able to put you in a position of grooming, and then when you finish that, you'll be able to go that route with that agency. So don't shy away from mentoring opportunities. Interviews. When you go in your interview, it's wise to ask a few questions. You want to see what type of support they have for their interpreters. Sometimes there's an interpreter union. Other school districts have different benefits that just come with interpreting. You'd like to see if you can do extended pay option. So instead of your 12-month or 10-month check, you stretch that for throughout the summer, so you'll have payments throughout the year, especially in the summer months. They'll be very beneficial. Trust me, I know. You want to, or they will screen both districts that I worked with, and when I interpreted, when I went for my interview at the community college, they screened. So one lady went on YouTube and pulled up a video, completely not going with education, some guy talking about languages, going $1,000,000 a minute. And so I had to get through that. It's important to use your lag time when you're screening because you don't know what to expect. And it's wise to show that you can use lag time, that you can kind of hang back a little bit and then catch up, because you don't want to have to be here and then have to go back and then go back and go back and go back and go back. You don't want to have to do that. So it's best to use your lag time a little bit and gauge to where the speaker's going. I don't want to be long, so I'm trying to keep this short. When you go in your interview, if there's a question that they're asking you that you're not sure, say this is a scenario they bring to the table. To be honest, if you're not sure how you would handle it, say I'd bring it to my supervisor, because I don't know. I want to make sure that I'm following proper protocol. That's the best answer. Don't try to sometimes textbook answers work, but in education, it depends, and it's real sticky because you're dealing with children. So if there's a situation they may ask you about and you're not sure, say I'll bring it to my supervisor and ask how they will handle the situation so that I'm following proper protocol. I want to make sure that I'm following the rules correctly. A little advice that I would take from my first couple years is it's important to have a strong relationship with your teachers that you work with, but you don't want to be their assistant. So shy away from extra duties like grading papers and going to the copy machine. Sometimes, I watch the class, the teacher has to go to the bathroom, and the students and I know each other well. I don't mind that, but I'm not going to grade your papers. So you have to set those boundaries, because if you start doing papers, they won't understand when you tell them no later. But other than that, congratulations on making it this far. Listen to all the information and advice that you're getting tonight, and you'll do well. Be proud of yourself, and congratulations. Have a wonderful night.